Everything you see here right now is on the standard rack and here as well. We developed the standard, is it 3 years ago, Patrick, or something like that?
Yes.
Yes.
Before the COVID.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
2019.
Yeah. Yes. The standard furniture has been very, very important to us. At the beginning, I think it was a little bit of slow starter for Gryphon because people, they needed to recognize us also as manufacturing and designing amplifier stands and rack furnitures. And there are so many brands out there. But as you know, Gryphon, we want to be a complete manufacturer. So we can supply full systems and not just parts of it. And the standard furniture is designed by Søren Sleepo, our tech designer, together with me. We did the design together. Søren did the drawings, I did the entire performance design of it. And it was actually something that I discussed together with Michael. Michael, he was the first one to know about it, and we had several discussions about how we could eliminate resonances and work with the legs and so on, dimensions. So thank you, Michael. That was very helpful. On this system, because I haven't been talking about the cables in our system right now, Gryphon has, been manufacturing cables since day one. We were actually the first company outside Japan to source single-owner crystal silver. So even though that no one's really considered Gryphon as being a cable manufacturer in the past, things has changed, and now cables are definitely an important business for Gryphon. But it's also an important part of our system philosophy. What you see here, everything has been tuned, everything has been designed together with our top-of-the-range cables, the Vanta cables. So actually inside the Commander and inside the Apex, you will also find Vanta cables. So saying that applying different cables, that it will sound different or better or whatever, I think that's maybe a little bit wrong to say, because there was a reason why we have designed everything together and why we're using it internally as well. Like I said, we have never really been talking about it, but we have been using this type of metallurgy, which is called G7. It is a silver gold alloy where you have infused gold into silver. When you're making silver, you will have cracks into the silver. If you cut it through and you look through a microscope, you will see cracks in the silver. And silver itself is quite brittle, and oxidation is also a problem. Corrosion is also a problem. However, when you apply gold to it, corrosion is no longer a problem. Oxidation is definitely not a problem due to the gold. It also adds a different character to the way that it transmits the signal. And this type of silver gold alloys actually was found in the nature years and years ago. There was an article online, and I Googled it, and I think it's back from 1829 or 1843, something like that, in US when they were mining for silver, and they found this particular material where you have gold particles into the silver. And then they made this H-bar to find out what is the corrosion, what is the breaking point, and so on. And it was so different compared to other kinds of silver. And we have been using this type of material actually for 25 years, but never been talking about it. Is it expensive? Yes, it is ridiculously expensive to use that type of material. But in overall performance, it is very, very important for Gryphon. So today, all our cables in the entire range, with the new Rosso cables and the Vanta, they're all made from that material. And when you look inside and you see the cables going to the connection points and so on, it is Vanta cables inside. So we are just working with different kind of parameters on the materials, the core size, because we're using with the exact same geometry. If it's a power cord, a speaker cable, or an interconnect, it is the same geometry we are working with to have consistency all the way through. Because the cable shouldn't be a tweak. Because, you know, we all know that the best cable is no cable. Because it's a filter. And we want to have less filtration as possible. So the cable should just be the best possible connection point between two products. So that's why we maintain the same geometry on all the cables. We're just working with different conductor sizes and numbers of conductors. That's how we do it. They will be here very soon. Very soon you will have the Rosso cables as well. And the Rosso cables, they're red. They're red like the Gryphon logo. It's the same red that we are using. And Rosso means red. The Apex and the Commanders, they are supplied Vanta power cords.
Two.
Yeah, because each product takes two. So yeah, is it expensive to do that? Yes. But we don't want people to fool around with it, and we wanted to, you know, make sure that when people they're plugging in their Apex, that it's performing at the highest possible level from the very beginning. So that's why we do it. So we are building a lot of Vanta power cords. So we have actually 3 ladies at the headquarters building nothing but Vanta power cords to be able to supply enough.